And we spoke to a Long Island mayor in Santos's district who says he will just be less productive. Now, one thing I do want to note, Nancy Mark Santos's campaign treasurer officially resigned from the position. No word yet on who will fill it. That's the latest here in Plainview, Long Island. Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News. Teresa, let's send it back to you.
All right, Jody, thank you. So we're wondering, is this the first crack in the Republican lawmakers' defiant stance? Or is this more of a calculated move? Joining us now is political analyst Steve Adubato. Steve, thanks for being with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Teresa, great to be with the team.
So I'll pose that question to you. Is this a crack in his defiant stance, or do you think this is a calculated move?
I mean, calculated by Kevin McCarthy, because they couldn't do this anymore. The lies just built up. I mean, George Santos clearly has won the Super Bowl of lying in Congress, and that's a feat because a lot of people lie in public life. And for him to say this is temporary, Teresa, think about that. Temporary, what does that mean? He's going to resolve the issue by saying that his family really didn't die in the Holocaust or at 9/11, or that he did go to this school or not that school. He took money from a charity. The list just goes on and on. His lies are gigantic. The Republican Party realized that he was an albatross around their neck. They could not move forward in a meaningful way. He was more than a distraction. He is going to go. It is a matter of time. If the voters in that district knew then what they know now, it's really doubtful that he would have been elected in the first place.
Yeah, but just last week, Kevin McCarthy said basically, hey, the voters duly elected this guy. It wasn't my choice. I have to work with him. And until something else transpires, I can't just be pulling him off or pulling him out of the job.
Really, that has nothing to do with the very narrow majority that the Republicans have in the House, and that they want to get Ilhan Omar off, a Democrat, off the Foreign Relations Committee in the House, a Democrat. They want to get her off. They need the votes to do that. Everything that Speaker McCarthy wants to do, and it's his right, I understand it, is about political math. The political math does not add up with George Santos on your team because he takes votes away. Republicans in his own area want him out. He has to go, and the Republicans are going to have to roll the dice when he does go, that they can win that seat out in Long Island with a Republican in a district that can go either way, Democratic or Republican.
Yeah, our reporter Jody Goldberg just said 75% of people do not think he is fit to serve. Those are some numbers.
Think about that. How often do Democrats and Republicans agree on anything? But Democrats and Republicans in that area agree that, listen, politicians fib, they embellish. That's what he originally said. And by the way, Santos saying no one's going to push him out. Yes, you do get pushed out when you become this much of a problem for your party. When Democrats and Republicans in your area agree, when your own colleagues agree that you have to go, listen, I wish George Santos the best in his personal life, but some people just do not belong in political leadership positions, and he appears to be one of them.
Yeah, but you know what's really sad about this whole thing is that there are a ton of New Yorkers who voted for this man, who believed in him, and who need him to work for them in Congress. And if he's not able to hold committee posts, and if he's not able to get a lot done, then where does that leave those people who are counting on him?
Teresa, it's a great question because those voters got the shaft. Listen, I'm a former state legislator from another life in New Jersey. If you're not on the committee, if you're not on the right committee, if you don't have the votes in the committee, you can't move legislation forward to help your district, to help the people in your community. If he's not on a committee, if he doesn't have the ability to move any legislation to impact the constituents in his district, he is useless as a member of Congress. It's actually unfair to those people for him to be there, even if Speaker McCarthy's getting that vote. I believe there's going to be so much pressure on the Speaker to give up Santos that he's going to push him out. Listen, they pushed Richard Nixon out in the early 1970s as president. You think they can't push out George Santos out on Long Island?
Yeah, well, we will see what happens. Steve, thanks for joining us tonight. We do appreciate it.
Thank you.